Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I am the CHALL, and today Chall Chats Forest Green Rovers 1, Doncaster Rovers 2. So Doncaster Rovers get the first 3 points of the League 2 campaign finally against Forest Green, and intriguing, definitely an intriguing one. For me, it felt like we didn't. I think overall, the performance probably deserved a point, but when you have a moment of unique quality, I think you can call it, at the end of the game, and when you have an absolutely class finish from Biggins on the overhead in the end of the first half, I think it's just those two individual moments, one of luck and one of just pure class, that kind of settle the game for us. So before we get started, make sure we do like, comment, subscribe, click the OK Spell Stannis YouTube video. We are on the road to 3,000 subscribers. We're a quarter of the way there, so let's go into the next quarter, shall we? Let's get halfway there. Make sure you go and check out the reviews from yesterday. Wolves 1, Liverpool 3, and Kidderminster Harriers 0, Solihull Moors 1. We've got some huge announcements coming in the next week about the European competitions, so stay tuned for some announcements on social media. Go and follow the Twitter and Instagram pages, the TikTok page as well. The links are all in the description down below. We're going to be announcing the European competition matches that we're going to be covering over this week. And for now, guys, let's get cracking. So then, first half. In fact, before we go into the first half, let's look at the lineups that went into the first half. Starting off with Forest Green Rovers, and they went with this for a lineup. So they went with this. They went with Daniels in goal. They've got Innes, Jenks, McAllister, McCann coming into the lineup. Not Grant, Charlie. Matthew Stevens, Troy Deeney. Who'd have thought we'd see that name at this one, at this level. Jordan Moore-Taylor, Jamie Robson, Fankati Darbo made his start as well as Moore-Taylor. And of course, Reece Brown keeps his place as well. On the bench, Lavinia, of course, the ex-Swindon guy, Don Bernard. Taylor, Searle, Welsh, Amatoye, and of course Harvey Bunker. Going into the Rovers lineup then, we've got Jones in goal, replacing the injured Lawler, injured in training, Anderson, Olawu, Molyneux, Broadbent, Biggins, Nixon, Bailey, Ironside, Westbrook, and Fowl. On the bench, Satona, Roberts, Faulkner, Bottomley, Close, Marsh, and Goodman. So Maxwell out for 2 or 3 months with injury. We've also got injuries there to Lawler, as we've said, as well as others as well. So then that first half then, Forest Green had some chances. They hit the woodwork 3 or 4 times. Rovers came forward well at times with aggression. I think Nixon especially came forward a lot, very, very well. Obviously the goal for Rovers in the end of the first half was great. Harrison Biggins, wow. Just on point with that bicycle kick. It was a beautiful cross, and Biggins just saw it, right place, right time. In fact, Ironside tried that bicycle kick earlier in the first half, but it hit the side netting, unfortunately for him. So yeah, Biggins, right place, right time. You could see the passion off that man. He's a South Yorkshireman. He's a Sheffield guy. He's a former Stocksbridge player. He's got Yorkshire pumping through his veins, and he's, along with his dad, Wayne Biggins, of course, former Stocksbridge player as well. Harrison's just got Yorkshire pumping through his veins, and you understand how much this means to him. Overall, you'd say that Rovers kind of, had a couple of chances to go forward and probably deserved at least a goal out of that first half. I think Forest Green had their majority of chances. Of course, the one that hit the bar, the ones that hit the rest of the woodwork. I think it was an intriguing one. I think overall it was an intriguing one. Second half, kind of rode our luck in the second half from a Rovers point of view. I think Forest Green, for me, it was literally like watching the dragon from Game of Thrones against the dragon from How to Train Your Dragons. It was just fire versus ice. It was like we just rode our luck, and Forest Green had the majority of the pressure, and we had to withstand a lot of pressure. It felt David versus Goliath at times, and You know, at the end of the day, Forest Green just couldn't put the chance away. And there was a worry about that Forest Green setup. I think the early injury in the first half for Darbo, bring off for Don Bernard. Obviously, that was key. I think that Carl McAllister for Forest Green is a nifty little gifted player. He's kind of like that little pest on the wing. He just kind of darts from the side and just comes into your vision and annoys you in the middle. You know, in the middle of your vision. That's kind of what Carl McAllister is, like a little pest. You know, he's a vegan pest for Forest Green Rovers. But yeah, McAllister shone brightly for Forest Green. Forest Green fans, if you're watching this, McAllister shone a lot in that game. The equaliser, I think that was probably down to Olowu. Looking back on that, kind of lost his man. Mortelli gets in the header, and it's 1-1. Textbook set-piece defending. But the winner, did he mean it? It sounds like he didn't. Yeah, Ben Close comes off the bench after injury, and wow. Looks like he was crossing for his teammate. I think Ironside probably could have been in that area a lot quicker. But didn't matter, overshot it, back of the net, one of those strokes of luck. We didn't play amazing in the second half, but I tell you what, the fact that we can play amazing against Wrexham and lose that game, the fact we can play not great compared to that against Forest Green, and especially in the second half, and win that, it just tells English football to a different story. It just tells football in a different story. It just expect the unexpected. So yeah, great win for Doncaster Rovers. Obviously, performance-wise, not the best, but it's one of them. It's one of them. I think it was probably one of our worst performances since the Newport game. I think after Newport, when you look at the run of games that we had, when you had the second half against MK Dons, when you had Wrexham, when you had Everton in the Cup, when you had Swindon draw, when you look at the Wrexham game overall, you look at those performances and you think that's probably the worst we performed in that second half since the MK Dons first half, probably, or the Newport game. But I think overall, would I snap your hand off for 3 points? Abso-flaming-lutely. So Doncaster Rovers going into their next set of games. They've got Gillingham at home, Barrow away, Stockport away. They've got the Cup in the Papa John's against Everton Academy as well. So looking forward to that. Those of you who are going to that, please do enjoy it. I might not be there on the Tuesday night because I think I'm covering Champions League on that night, but do enjoy it. But yeah, overall, Doncaster, 3 points in the bag. First 3 points of the season. We're out of the relegation zone and hopefully only way left to go, and that is up, as Buster Moon from Sing would say. But there we go, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching this video. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe, and for now, I am the CHALL. Ta-ra for now.